Time in the last 35 postseason games, the Lakers facing a playoff elimination ball game. This capacity crowd here at Staples Center in Los Angeles, hoping this will not be the Lakers' final home appearance of the season. The Kings, with other ideas, only one game away from making it to the NBA Finals. Marv Albert, Bill Walton, Steve Snapper Jones, and Jim Gray, and we are underway. As we send our congratulations to former Laker and former Kings assistant Byron Scott and the New Jersey Nets. Doug Christie way off on the first shot of the ball game. And Derek Fisher, such an important player for the Lakers, who would like to see him turn things around. He has been way off from the field. Now Shaquille O'Neal over Vlade Divac.
Well, let's see what the Kings' offensive attitude is going to be here in the first quarter. This has been their dominant quarter here. They've been able to move the ball, get those kinds of shots.
Chris Webber puts Sacramento on top by the score of 2-0. Now O'Neal for Horry, who was very quiet in Game 5. Robert Horry coming off the heroics with the game-winning shot in game number 4, attempted only 4 shots from the field in Game 5 in Sacramento.
Phil Jackson desperately wants a lot more contribution from Robert Horry on the offensive end. But right now, Horry is getting torched on defense as Webber 2 easy plays at the hoop.
And coming up at halftime, we will hear post-game reaction from the New Jersey Nets, who have made it to the NBA Finals for the first time as they wrapped up the Celtics in 6. Kobe Bryant putting the move on Doug Christie and rejected by Vlade Divac.
Why are the Lakers not going through Shaquille O'Neal on the way to the hoop?
Billy is fouled by Fisher.
What does that...
So Mike Bibby to the foul line. Let's check in with Jim Gray.
All right, Mike Bibby at the line. Of course, he hit the big shot in the last game. He gave Sacramento a 3-2 lead. I spoke to him before the game, and he was getting treatment on his right tricep. It is affecting his shooting. He thinks he hurt it in Game 3 back here in Los Angeles. Tightened up on him this morning. Came to the arena tonight, took an hour of electronic stimulation, said it warmed up pretty good in the warm-up, but he is concerned that it will be tight throughout the game. Mark?
All right, thanks, Jim. 2 minutes gone by. Kings with a 5-3 lead on the Lakers.
Well, Marv, you know, one thing about getting a muscle warmed up, the more you get it warmed up, the looser it is. So just have to shoot a lot today.
A defensive 3-second call, something we have not seen this series.
Thank goodness for that. But why isn't Shaq going to the hoop? Shaq only took 1 free throw in the last game. And worse than that, he's not putting any pressure on Vlade and Webber, not forcing them. Normally, every Laker opponent is constantly in foul trouble from the opening moments of the game, and that has not been the case.
Well, when it happens, it's when they repost. Shaq is getting pushed out a little bit further than he wants on that initial pass in, and that's the reason he's not getting free throw.
And Shaq had one of his most dominant games of this series in game number 5. The tip by Bryant. O'Neal was 14 of 18 from the field with several powerful dunks, showing some degree of elevation for the first time in this series. Went back to Turkoglu, but did not have the shot and then stepped out of bounds. Or was it deflected out? Apparently deflected out of bounds, and the ball maintained by Sacramento. They'll have 9 on the shot clock, and Christie will throw in. Oh, off the back of Bryant, was not looking, did not work though. Shot clock down to 3, down to 2, Turkoglu. Intriguing attempt by Doug Christie. Here's Bibby over Turkoglu. I should say Bryant over Turkoglu. And here comes Divac handling the ball.
Take it right at Shaq. Continue that offensive attack.
Christie and Kobe Bryant right back.
Let's see if the Lakers can get back in character, because they don't like to play at pace, and right now the game is wide open
Chris Webber and Kobe Bryant to break it up. However, Bob Delaney with the call, and he says foul on Chris Webber.
Technical foul.
And a technical.
No need for this whatsoever. Chris Webber's off to a good start. It's an easy play to call with the initial foul. Chris Webber takes a little umbrage to the fact that Kobe is swinging his elbows, but he's just trying to make sure he maintains possession. You got to play with poise on the road.
So the Lakers have taken a 7-5 lead.
This is the kind of situation that Chris Webber just has to walk away from.
He walked away from it, and then
Walked away, he pushed him in the back, Steve. He just kept coming right at it.
Sacramento Kings have been an excellent road team. They've won 17 of the last 20 on the road, 5 of 6 in the playoffs, and they've had 2 big first quarters here at Staples. Webber off the steal. Christie was able to knock it away. Here's Billy for 3. Bryant was looking for Fisher. Now Bryant gets the foul. The foul committed by Billy.
If you're Sacramento, don't get into it with the refs right now. Sacramento's missing their perimeter shot, something that is a rarity for them in this series. Kobe Bryant in transition, just going right there.
changing game plan, Bill. Phil Jackson is turning Kobe Bryant loose in the open court. He's not worrying about setting up or anything. He's saying, go get him and get what you can make. And Kobe has responded here big in the first quarter.
Well, a very calm and poised Phil Jackson told us before the game. It's time for the Lakers to take matters into their own hands and get some ball and player movement with a purpose on the offensive end.
Fisher kneeling strip Bibby. Now Bibby checked it by O'Neal, but it will count. It's a goal count. But Phil Jackson does not mind seeing that kind of aggressive play from Shaquille O'Neal.
As a shot blocker, you've got to come and try to get the ball out of his hands. An easy play to call on the goaltending, but that type of intimidating presence inside will serve the Lakers well in the long run.
Well, they've got Kobe started. They're trying to come back and get Shaq going.
O'Neal getting position. That is his first field goal, and the Lakers with a 12-7 lead. In two earlier games here at Staples, Sacramento outscoring the Lakers in the first quarter. That's a foul as Bibby was pushed out of bounds. They outscored the Lakers by a combined 72-35 in the first quarter. Foul committed by O'Neal, his first.
And they did it without getting Shaq in these kind of foul troubles, but Shaq has got to realize when to turn a player loose. Once he puts that big body on him, he's in trouble.
And you saw Shaq step away as Divac looked to go right at him.
Shaq has to use better footwork on defending players on the perimeter.
Shaq has got that deep position now.
Throws the double. They swing it. Working his way on Bibby, and he is on fire. Here at the start, 9 points. 9 of the Lakers, 14.
Well, you know, this is one of the most confident people playing in the league, and he loves the big stage, and he's going to try to let them know that he's going to play the major role.
Crowd looking for a charge on Divac. Fisher pushing it all the way. Turner got a piece. And the foul is called. Dick Pavetta indicating the foul call. It is on Bryant. That's his first.
Lakers starting everything with their defense. They're getting out in transition. They're beating the Kings up and down the floor. And the confidence that Phil Jackson has breathed into this team, not coming in overly anxious, overly hyped up here, paying off early.
And I think for Sacramento, they just have to show a little patience, pass the ball, come a little bit more, and they're going to be all right. They've got the firepower.
Here's Divac on a quick release. Kings not hitting their shots here at the start. Bryant for Fox. And back comes Christie.
Now, see, they've got numbers right here, and they got to get that ball to the right guy and finish the play. Webber.
As Weber is fouled by Fox. You look back at the previous 5 games of the series, and the flow of each game has been dictated by the Kings, and it's obvious that Phil Jackson and the Lakers are trying to change that. They're trying to take it right at Sacramento.
The team that has taken the most free throws in every game has won that game. If you learn anything from that, get to the hoop, get to the line.
Sacramento has been the team that has been willing to move people, move the ball, change position. The Lakers have not, and that's when they have struggled, and then they've had to rely on their defense to try to dig them out.
Great players lead their team. We saw Jason Kidd, what he did tonight previously. Kobe Bryant already has 9 points and 5 rebounds, setting the tempo early.
Well, the Lakers felt that he blocked on that shot attempt, that he came out in a very passive fashion throughout the series. They want him off to the quick start. Billy launches and is fouled by Fisher. But the question with Kobe, who is still facing the after effects of that food poisoning episode of last week, if he comes out strong, will he have enough?
I think his approach tonight is lay it all out there and see. You know, let's do a Castro Neves and see if we can get to that last lap with no fuel and somehow win the game. So I think that's what they're looking for.
From the end of Game 5, the Lakers were surging and coming together while the Kings appeared tired and just trying to hold on there. That's not going to get it done for Sacramento.
Wow.
Well, Derek Fisher picked up his second foul. He sits down. Lindsey Hunter has checked in. Let's go over to Jim Gray.
Well, Mark, before the game, he spoke to Kobe Bryant during halftime of the Nets and the Celtics. He said this is the best that he has felt this entire series since the food poisoning episode all the way back in Game 1. He says he has his legs back and he will be able to go 48 full minutes on both ends. Mark?
All right, Jim. Halfway through this first quarter, Lakers 14 and the Kings 10.
You know, Mark, you've done a lot of heavyweight fights, and you see Shaq. I mean, he is really laddered up and ready to go. So big news going to be coming from him at some point here in the quarter.
Not able to hit from downtown. Mike Bibby comes off a game-winning shot thanks to the kick that was set by Chris Webber the other night. In Game 5 at Arco, Hunter pulls it back. Lakers not getting the offense from the bench. That's been one of several problems they faced in this series.
They only got 5 total points in the last game. Sacramento's playing awful, and they're only down 4.
This is a game between the stars right now, and the Lakers stars are ahead by 4.
Timeout called, 5:25 remaining in the first. Thanks, Adam. What a remarkable turnaround by the New Jersey Nets. Phil Jackson of the Lakers looking for a turnaround from his 2 stars. Well, Kobe Bryant is off to the terrific start, 3 for 6, 9 points. He was telling us yesterday he needs more from Kobe and Shaq right from the start.
Mark, the Lakers find themselves all locked up after 3 because Shaq and Kobe have not got the job done. A year ago when the Lakers swept Sacramento, the 2 stars combined for 68 points per game. This year, they're only getting 53 points per game between Shaq and Kobe, and that loss, 15 points per game, has been decisive.
Well, you got to give Sacramento some credit. I mean, they have done some things to make them less effective, less dominant, but they have both had some dominant quarters and dominant moments, and that's what they're banking on tonight.
And obviously, both have been playing hurt. Shaq with assorted injuries and is only showing recently that there's still some elevation involved. And Kobe lost 10, 12 pounds since the food poisoning situation last week. And he has not been his usual self.
But Sacramento has been the smarter team in this series. And that is highly unusual against Phil Jackson's squads.
And the foul is called out on Kobe Bryant. That's his second. Robert Horry putting his hand up, trying to get the foul called on him, but that's 2 on Kobe, and Chris Webber is at the line. Peja Stojakovic getting set. Well, for the first time. Weber 1 for 3 at the line.
But the guys that have carried him and have made the big plays for them are Weber and Bibby, and you see their numbers, which are almost equal to Shaq and Kobe. You combine that with the solid balance that they have offensively, they have been the better team through the first 5 games.
But Chris Webber is shooting 46% from the free throw line in this series on almost 5 attempts per game. That will not get it done. You gotta play perfect if you're gonna knock a team like Los Angeles out of this playoff.
Stojakovic, who was out with a sprained ankle, made his return the other night. Bibby off the steal. Stojakovic was 0 for 3 from the field, but pulled down 6 rebounds. And Weber with the touch. Weber has 8 points, and the Laker lead is now 1.
The guy who's very tentative, number 10, Lindsey Hunter, has got to find the game for himself and his teammates. Not sure when to shoot, not sure when to pass.
Able to hit on the jump hook. That's his second field. The Lakers have missed their previous 5 shots. They are only 6 for 16. Sacramento just 4 for 15 here in the first quarter. So both clubs struggling. Rick Fox defending on Pedro Stojakovic.
Now, if you're Doug Christie, you got to start cutting and moving and try to get that third foul against Kobe Bryant.
And a reach-in foul on Lindsey Hunter. Lakers are now over the foul limit.
In the Phil Jackson Shaq era here the last 3 years, Vlade Divac has been the only guy who's been able to play against Shaq without fouling. Vlade's got 7 rebounds already. Yeah, Shaq's got a couple points, but Shaq is going to get points. Vlade is doing a masterful job competing against Shaq here.
Reminder, you can log on to NBCSports.com and get ready for the NBA Finals with special interactives and features, including Bill Walton's look at the 5 finals he feels have been the most exciting. I know he's done a lot of research on this, Bill. Also an in-depth preview of each finals game from one-time NBA coach Mike Business, and commentary on what to look for in the finals from Steve Snapper Jones. Just under 4 remaining on the first, and the Lakers now lead 16-15. Brian Shaw played only a couple of minutes the other night. Checks in for the first time. Swapping play by the Lakers. Stojakovic picked up on a switch by Shaw. Now Weber gives it right back. Stojakovic rebounded by O'Neal.
And the rest of this quarter should be dominated by Shaquille O'Neal. With Shaw, Hunter, Horry, and Fox out there, they're going to need Shaq to really dominate the low post.
But Shaq hasn't picked up any fouls on Vlade yet. Here's the first.
And the crowd responds. Vlade Divac has played exceptionally well throughout this series, hanging in against Shaquille O'Neal.
How long in the lane is Rick Adelman's complaint here? 1, 2, 3. Hard to see how this is a foul on Vlade, who just sort of stands behind the mountain moving in on him.
O'Neal going right at Divac. Shaq with his third field goal. He has 6 points. Lakers up by 3.
If you're Sacramento, you can look at who's in yellow and understand what you're going to have to do at the defensive end. And offensively, they've got to do less dribbling and more passing.
Well, then he got the step. Bobby Jackson, who just came on, trying to get the shot on offensive foul on Vlade Divac. That's his second. Timeout is called. The Lakers up by 3 with 2:54 remaining in the first.
Terrific strategy by Sacramento, but Lindsey Hunter does a better job of getting underneath. Vlade Divac has 2 fouls, and Shaq just too strong, too big inside. Lakers by 3 early.
The last time the Lakers faced a playoff elimination game, conference finals, 2 seasons back, they rallied from that 15-point deficit in the fourth quarter, beat Portland in Game 7, went on to beat Indiana for their first of 2 straight championships. Lindsey Hunter hits the 3. The Lakers now lead 21-15.
And if Shaq is going to go crazy, he's going to do it against Scott Pollard, who's had a tough time controlling him. So let's see what the Lakers do on their next possession with the ball. Weber.
Open shot for Chris Webber, who now has 10. Pollard coming on for Divac after Divac picked up a second foul. Horry behind the back, finding O'Neal facing the double. Went to the drop step. It counts out the foul. Wait a moment. Traveling violation is called. One official saying yes and the foul. An outside official called it a travel.
Shaq determined to get to the hoop, just continuing with the momentum there. Bernhardt right on top of the play with the traveling violation. Webber and Bibby have all 17 points. Where is the balance? Where is the contribution from the role players?
Well, I think they've got to do their job. They've got to keep making shots and keep them close and take some of the pressure off of the guys that have played so well to this point.
Here's Jackson for three. Bobby Jackson, who has been off with the shot the last couple of games, able to knock down a three to bring the Kings within one as we approach a minute and a half remaining in this first quarter. Once again, O'Neal goes to work against Pollard, able to rip right by him.
This is what we saw in quarter number 1 and quarter number 3 of the previous game. Shaq, though, unfortunately for the Lakers, was plagued by fouls in the second and the fourth quarter and couldn't sustain the attack.
Yeah, but Pollard is a guy that is really giving Shaq the kind of freedom and scores that get him going and make him real dominant.
Well, Shaq with the friendly hop. Remember, he hit the 6 out of 6 a couple of games back down the stretch. The Lakers pull out the victory.
Sacramento just have to remember how they got the lead and continue to play that way.
Stojakovic from downtown, and that's his first field goal since the return in game number 5. Missed his first shot attempt here tonight. He was 0 for 3 the other day, coming back from the sprained ankle. Just under 1 minute remaining in the first quarter at a 1-point Laker lead.
Or you either have to shoot the ball or move if he gets in Shaq's way.
Oh, tipped home by Shaw.
Good to see that Phil Jackson has remembered that Brian Shaw is one of his premier performers there. Horry is just fabulous at helping out and slowing down the advance of the ball.
Jackson for 3. Again.
Last couple of field goals for them have been 3-point shots, and Bobby Jackson, after all that extra shooting, finally found his touch.
Game tied at 26. O'Neal again over Pollard. So Shaq, 5 of 8 from the field. He has 11 points.
The big man is rolling. There's no hesitation. He's not waiting for double teams so he can pass it and then repo. He's just getting it and continuing to move off the momentum generated by Horry's precise post-entry pass.
2-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Did he change his mind? Here's Pollard. Crowd looking for an offensive foul. Now Hunter on the open floor. Maybe able to get back. Lindsey Hunter. So that's the end of the first quarter.
Rick Adelman cannot believe what is and what is not a foul here as Scott Pollard going to the hoop. The Kings bench irate.
Lakers end up 11 of 22 from the field. The Kings 8 for 23. The Lakers 28. Kings 26.
When you're playing the defending champions on their floor, it's going to be difficult to get this kind of call for Scott Pollard. One, Shaq is out in front of the lane. He says he doesn't flop, but looks like he did his own imitation of Vlade right there. And then this is a good block from the rear. And what Shaq is trying to avoid are these early and simple fouls, which cause him to go to the bench. And so he got through that first quarter after getting that one against Michael Bibby on the drive to the baseline with just one, and really came back and dominated the last 3 minutes of play against Scott Pollard.
But what Rick Adelman wants is consistency from the officials, the same consistency that he's not getting from his shooters. Sacramento shot 46% on the series coming into tonight. That first quarter, just 35%, and they're still only down 2. Sacramento, if they can withstand this Laker surge early, they've got a chance.
Well, things even out a little bit as Samaki Walker comes in the game, and Kobe Bryant comes back, Mark.
Kobe Bryant sat down after the good start, picked up a second foul, but he has 9 points. So Devin George checked in. Bryant, Shaw in the backcourt, Walker, Ori, and George up front. Jackson with the rebound. Bobby Jackson turning it from the shooting difficulties the last couple of games. He's hit 2 threes. Doug Christie is back up front. Weber, Stojakovic, and Pollard as the second one. Nice look-away pass, and they forgot about Scott Pollard.
Beautiful. Run the offense through Chris Weber. High post, low post, doesn't make any difference. Trying to screen away from the ball and then react as to the defensive breakdowns by Los Angeles.
Well, this is a game in which Shaq and Kobe should be shooting probably 35 balls or more to try to get the win, because the rest of the guys are going to be tight. They're going to struggle.
Come back to the same play. Weber at the high post. Execute it until the Lakers stop it.
Well, Weber down low against Ori, fighting Stojakovic. Moving well, but he is rejected. And then it's
What elevation. What explosiveness. The man playing on one leg pays you.
Second field goal for Stojakovic. The Kings have taken a 30-28 lead.
How long is Shaq going to be on the bench?
It's only been a minute.
That's too long.
Backdoor pass misfired. Christie with the move on George. Now Jackson will reset.
One of the problems, Mark, that the Lakers have had is stopping the ball from moving. And the Sacramento, when they've been able to move it and pass it, they've had great success.
Weber, as Ori tried to draw the offensive foul, the Kings have taken a 32-28 lead, and Chris Weber has 12 points.
3 straight times they've scored effortlessly each time. Keep going through Chris Weber time and time again. So they have to come back with Shaq to slow it down.
Here's Shaw for 3.
In the shots with Shaq out of the ball game. Layups, high percentage stuff for the Kings. Deep 3-pointers for the Lakers.
Stojakovic played by George. Again, Stojakovic on the move. And hits. It counts. And the foul. And suddenly, the Kings receiving a lift from Pedro Stojakovic.
So much confidence came from Bobby Jackson's 2 threes, and now Stojakovic on the previous attempt down the lane, he just puts his left hand out there, slaps at it, then he isolates, and Devin George is a good player, but he is really having troubles this last game and a half.
Pedro Stojakovic, who led the Kings in scoring against the Lakers in the 4 games during the regular season, has come off the bench to hit for 8 points.
Well, the Kings are on a 9-0 run to start the quarter. Look at their defensive attitude now. It's amped up.
Nice pass from Bryant. Walker blew the layup. Walker rejected, but fouled.
Give Rick Adelman a ton of credit for instructing his guys how to play defense in the basket area. Don't just throw away fouls. Rick Adelman has just grown so much as a coach here, having so many tough losses early in his career against Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, Michael Jordan.
Foul call on Pollard, his second. And Samaki Walker. Once again, a favorable hop for the Lakers. Rick Adelman in his 4th season as head coach of the Kings. That first year, 27 and 23, that was the lockout shortened season. Head coach of the Portland Trailblazer team that made it to the NBA Finals back in 90 and then 92. Rick played 7 years in the NBA, primarily with the Trailblazers and your San Diego Rockets.
What a team that was. Rick would just glide through the air. We would all sit there and blow it up saying, I want to be like Rick Adelman.
Jackson with the step. Turn back. 3 minutes gone by in the second quarter. The Kings up by 5 points. Lakers try to send this to a 7th game back at Arco in Sacramento on Sunday. Shaw not able to hit the 3, and the Lakers continue to have problems from downtown. But now 2 of 8. Steven goes behind the back to beat Jackson. will count. It's knocked down in the basket. So the Kings lead 37-32.
Early in the quarter, though, it has been all Sacramento Kings because they have been the aggressor. They've been taking the ball to the rim. Better things have happened for them. The Lakers have to start going in the direction of the hoop. They can't settle for jumpers.
Lakers need to isolate Stojakovic on defense and exploit his limitations.
Nice move by Shaw, posting up the shorter Jackson, and the Lakers are down by 3. Stojakovic putting the move on George. Now Pollard working against Walker. And rejected. Last touch by Pollard to the ball back to Los Angeles, and a timeout is taken. Just under 8 remaining in the first half. The Kings up by 3. Robert Horry off the steal, able to go behind the back and converts. Once again, Hollywood has turned out here at the Staples. That is Little Bow Wow, the star of the movie Like Mike, which I'm told opens up Wednesday, July 3rd. The movie featuring NBA stars Chris Webber and Jason Kidd and Gary Payton, Allen Iverson, David Robinson. Dick Van Dyke, who sang the national anthem earlier tonight. Chris Rock is here. Eddie Murphy. Steven Spielberg and his wife, Kate Capshaw. Dustin Hoffman has been a regular, as has Andy Garcia. David Duchovny. Allison Janney from West Wing. Bobby Knight on hand. Will Smith and his wife, Jada Pinkett. Matthew Perry. Gary Shandling. Brad Pitt working on a new motion picture. And, of course, Jack.
Looks like the sun has been shining here in Southern California. Everybody well tanned.
I know you've been indoors studying your notes. 4 minutes and change gone by in the second. Kings up by 3. O'Neal so Jack 6 for 9. He has 13 points. Jackson and Christie in the backcourt. Turkoglu up front now with Pollard and Stojakovic. So Webber sitting down, as is Bibby. Here's Turkoglu, who's been off here in the first half.
Turkoglu's trying to create too much off his own dribble. He should use dribble handoffs, getting it on the shot is just throwing it down time and time again. No stopping the big man.
It counts and the foul. Pollard picks up his third, and that will bring on Vlade Divac, who departed after picking up his second.
Hit the switch and look at who's playing against Shaq, and you'll see his numbers go up. Anytime Scott Pollard has been defending against Shaquille O'Neal, he's not been able to keep him from getting that deep position, and it has been bad news because it's been throw it down, Shaq, throw it down.
But look at the way Shaq is bouncing around. I mean, so many times this year we've seen him labor with the bad toe. Tonight he is just up on the balls of his feet, moving quickly without the ball. So active, so assertive out there. Who's going to stop that? Throw it down, big man. Throw it down.
Lakers recapture the lead. Sacramento scored the first 9 points of the second quarter. Stojakovic drawing the double, got it back out. Shot clock to 5. Jackson. And George reaching for the rebound.
Lakers defense very solid right now.
Well, without the passing of
Kobe Bryant. He has 11, and the Lakers now lead 41-37. Sacramento takes a timeout. 9:01 for the Lakers.
Without the passing of Chris Webber, it's been a different basketball game, and the Lakers have been on the attack, and Kobe Bryant gets his first 2 here in the second quarter.
Welcome back to Staples Center. I'm Jim Gray, now joined by Will Smith and his son Trey. Will, we see all the celebrities here at the game. Of course, you're an awful big fan. How concerned are you about your team, the Lakers, and the predicament they're in?
Well, you know, it seems like the Kings aren't shooting the field goal percentage that they shot in the last couple games. So I think we'll be all right if they stay there. If they start lighting those threes up, we might be in a little trouble.
Now, I know that Shaq and Kobe talk to you all the time. What has been Shaq's feeling in between games here, as I know you guys are in constant contact?
Man, you know Shaq don't care nothing about this. He's staying focused, playing hard. He's already won in his mind.
Well, you got a prediction on this?
I think it's going to be a really hard game. Oh, Shaq almost kills him. I think it's going to be a rough game. I think the Lakers are going to do it.
All right, Will, we appreciate it. Best of luck to you.
All right, now.
Mark, back to you.
All right, Jim. Slava Medvedenko just checked in, called for that foul. It's a 41-37 Laker lead, 6.5 remaining in the first half. Chris Webber is back, being guarded by Medvedenko. Now Turkoglu getting the step, strip, and a foul. Devin George looking for the steal, is called for his second.
Webber is creating the play, and then when he kicks it off to Turkoglu, he's trying to make another play. You got to pull that trigger. You're killing your team. The reach in there down low. Turkoglu maintains possession on the foul, but his indecisiveness is really hurting the team, Turkoglu's.
Lakers 13 foul, Kings with 2. Webber lost the handle, but last touch by the Lakers. 4 on the shot clock.
Well, again, when the Kings dribble, that's when they get in trouble. When they pass, that's when they score.
I'd come right to Webber right here. Medvedenko cannot guard Chris Webber.
Divac for 3. And rebounded by Christie, so they get the new shot clock.
Reset here for Sacramento. Make the Lakers play a full 24 defense.
Turkoglu from downtown. Hedo Turkoglu with his first field goal. He's come a long way after the bad start. The 0-for-8 game 1, missed his first 3 shots in game 2. He's telling us last night a lot of tired people back in his home country of Turkey, where these games are televised live at 4 in the morning. Shaq gets the roll. He's now 8 for 11. He has 18 points.
But look how much further he has to shoot the ball when Vlade defends him. So he's much further away from the hoop.
The difference on Vlade has not given Sacramento much on the offensive end.
Bibby keeps it alive. Beautiful play by Bibby, and then he fires. Divac with the tip.
It's in your face, Walton.
And now Divac and George having words. Many testy moments here. Kobe Bryant getting involved. He had something to say to Vlade Divac. Earlier it was Webber and Bryant. And Ted Bernhardt walking over to the official scorer's table, calling a double technical on Devin George and Vlade Divac.
And Edelman's argument is here, hey, how come it's a double technical here when the other time it was just on Chris Webber? And that's all Edelman wants, is consistency out of this officiating crew.
Remember when Vlade used to be considered soft? And, you know, he would let these kinds of things go. Now he challenges every single one, and he's doing whatever. The crowd is chanting to Vlade, and he's loving every moment.
I'm not sure what Vlade Divac did wrong there. How does he get a technical on that play?
Well, you told me Webber should walk away. He should have walked away as well.
Rick Fox is checked back in, replacing Devin George. Bryant with the step. He thought he was fouled.
Never let the show get in the way of the game.
Webber went behind the back, and he's called for a traveling violation. I tell you, too many behind-the-back passes being attempted by Chris Webber.
The World Championship is on the line here. Make a layup, please, Kobe. You're better than that.
Well, 2 points is 2 points, and he had 2 points and lost control of the ball, and that's what got him in trouble. He did get hit on the other side.
He lost possession by himself.
He's still hot, too.
Ryan Shaw gets it out to Rick Fox. Shaquille O'Neal. And Vlade Divac run to by Slava Medvedenko. And once again, Vlade hears it from the crowd. The Lakers with their 4th team foul. That's a non-shooting affair.
It's not a good note for the Lakers, as the Kings have done a good job on the glass, keeping the ball alive, giving themselves second chances, and they'll be going through the line.
Phil Jackson has given Slava Medvedenko a ton of chances here. He's just not in the rhythm. He's just not ready. This is such a high level of basketball. This is almost at the point where Phil Jackson has to play 5 or 6 guys. Bring Brian and Shaw, play him, but literally nobody else.
Well, Medvedenko sits down after he picked up 2 fouls, but I think Phil likes his physical play as Robert Horry is kept back in. Lakers up by 1, just under 4.5 remaining. In this first half, Lakers try to get to a 7th and final game back in Arco Sunday night. Sacramento hoping to win this series. Here's Bibby giving it up. Divac. Out of his normal range. Now Bryant with Turkoglu back. Finding Fox. Fox with his first field goal. Rick Fox Tuesday night had his best game of the series after a quiet 4 games. 6 of 9. 16 points. Lakers up by 3. Turkoglu off the spin, rejected, and he's fouled by Fox.
Lakers in transition, and Mike Bibby is not running. So many minutes for this young guy, playing the burden of the whole franchise on his shoulders. A beautiful cross-court pass, and Rick Fox able to deliver with the left hand. But when you're Mike Bibby, you got to be talking up and down every single possession. You're the littlest guy in the whole game. You cannot let the fatigue, mental, physical, or spiritual, wear you down here. He is the key for Sacramento's championship dreams.
Well, Bibby affected by that sprained right tricep that Jim Gray reported on earlier, which Bibby said affects his shot. He's only 1 of 5 thus far. Lakers up by 1.
Vlade got away with a little push in the back, and the Lakers turned it over.
One of the rare times you'll see a poor post-entry pass from Robert Horry.
Again, a behind-the-back pass. This one right on target for Divac.
You'd have to ask, why are the Lakers running out at the top of the key? All they have to do is keep Weber in front. Every time they have a breakdown, he makes them pay.
Sacramento up by 1. They double up on O'Neal. Fox open. Yes.
Shaq is so assertive right now. Everybody on Sacramento just so concerned and worried about the big man throwing it down once again.
The other night, Lakers hit their first 3 from downtown, and that went for the last 14. They're going to get to it. Crowd looking for a foul as Shaw hit the deck. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Down at 10. Gibby. He's way off.
They might want to come with Bobby Jackson right now. Bobby Jackson is playing very well. Shaq's got the great position.
Good look. The basket counts. And the foul. Foul called on Weber, his second.
Now you see, everybody ran away from Chris Weber. I don't know why they ran away from him, but the result is Vlade Divac over the top.
Throw it down, Vlade, and then Fox moving beautifully without the ball, able to knock down this 3. Wide open looks because of the impressive performance by Shaq. And the thing about Shaquille O'Neal, over a long series, he just wears you down. The relentless attack. The Kings are back on their heels at this point. What can Rick Adelman do about it?
The big fella, Shaquille O'Neal, looking like the Shaquille O'Neal that we have seen over the years. 9 of 13, 20 points, and you can see the difference in elevation.
From game 4, Shaquille O'Neal, you can notice that there's just no lift in the jump shot, the jump hook. Even Mike Bibby at 6'1", be able to block it from behind. But game 5 up at Arco, it was Shaquille O'Neal throwing it down one more time. Tonight, that has been the case as he has rolled to 20 first-half points already with the explosiveness, the flashing to the ball, the deep post-up position. Equally as important, he's got Weber with 2 fouls, Vlade with 2, Pollard with 3. So Sacramento in a world of hurt at this moment because of Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, remember, it is only a 4-point game, the possibility of going to 5. But a lot of this Shaq being Shaq has been brought out by desperation. If he doesn't come out and dominate this game, they go home. They don't get to keep playing. We won't hear it going down, big guy.
Shaq 3 for 3 at the line, able to complete another 3-point play, and the Lakers now lead 51-46 as we come up on 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Marv Albert, Bill Walton, Steve Snapper-Jones, and Jim Gray, and Bibby continues to struggle.
1 for 8 now for Mike Bibby. Is it fatigue? Is it the injury? We have not seen Derek Fisher since the first 6 minutes, so we don't know what's going on over there.
Fisher sat down after picking up a second foul. Christie able to pick it off. Here's Turkoglu. So Turkoglu on the breakaway cuts the Laker lead to 3.
Turkoglu having a nice quarter after getting shut out in the first, so he's gotten active in the scoring column. I think Bibby just has got to shoot more.
Turkoglu able to haul down the miss from Kobe Bryant. Turkoglu played by Fox, getting the screen. Once again, D-Box is open. Kept alive by the Kings. D-Box being played by Horn. Here's D-Box. We've seen that a couple of times in this series.
The spin on that ball, that was remarkable by Vlade Divac. That brings the Sacramento bench to their feet.
6 points, 10 rebounds for Divac. And it's a 1-point Laker lead. O'Neal to the fadeaway. Divac thought he was fouled and now calls for time to save the possession.
Sacramento fans will argue that Vlade didn't just fall to the ground by himself.
39 seconds remaining in the half. Lakers up by 1.
A lot of people here in Hollywood that would love to have Vlade come and act for them, and he's trying to draw the foul right here, doesn't get the whistle, and then he gets the timeout. Shaq and Shaw thought they were going to get a jump ball.
And the Sacramento Kings have 4 seconds to get it over the midcourt line. 39 seconds remaining in the half. Jimmy gets it across, just did. Here's Kristen for 3. And the Kings have taken a 53-51 lead. Rick Adelman going the 2-for-1 route.
That's the way you bust a press. Just split the double team, kick it ahead, turn it into a fast break.
O'Neal. And the rebound again handled by Turkoglu. So we're down to 10 seconds remaining of the half. Kings with the ball up by 2. Gibby played by Shaw. D-Box to 3. Yes, it counts.
And Chris Weber was already pointing good before Vlade even shot the ball. That's how much confidence Sacramento is playing with right now. And this Laker crowd is stunned.
Vlade Divac able to hit from downtown at the buzzer, ending the first half.
But nobody's even in the neighborhood, and Vlade gets a wide open chance to end the second quarter with a lot of momentum for the Kings, who were down by 5 and suddenly go in ahead by 5.
At Staples Center, as we get ready for the second half, spoke to several of the Laker players. They said that Phil Jackson had very little to say in the locker room, leaving it up to them for the third period. He did emphasize, however, that the poor starts in the third quarter would have been plaguing the team all year long. He warned them if they get too far behind in the third quarter with the season on the line, it could be very difficult. As for the Sacramento Kings, Michael Bibby told me he's a little bit more relaxed, but his tricep is just okay. It is still somewhat stiff, but he's feeling a little bit better. Mark?
All right, thanks, Jim. Yes, Bibby, 1 of 8 in his 19 minutes of play. The pass by O'Neal was deflected and picked off by Divac. And the Sacramento Kings go with a backcourt of Bibby and Christie. Up front, Weber with Turkoglu and Divac as this third quarter gets underway. Ori looking for the steal, and then he was fouled by Turkoglu.
Well, I think defensive energy and offensive efficiency is going to be the story for both teams, and we have seen them both try to come up, pressure the ball, and also come away with turnovers.
Eric Fisher starting the second half, played only 6 minutes in the first half, picked up 2 fouls, looking for the shot. Eric Fisher, who has struggled at the offensive end, comes up with his first field goal, and the Kings now lead by 3.
Why would you run at somebody who hasn't scored in the game and you're already in the third quarter?
Christie way off. And back comes Bryant. Kobe Bryant, 20 minutes in the first half. He was the offense of the early going and then picked up 2 fouls and sat down, and Kobe kicked it out of bounds.
Christie playing a very solid game once again. You don't get a lot of statistical contributions. Christie does have the 3 points there, but you reach in, you poke that ball, goes cleanly off Kobe's leg. Easy play to call.
Well, the difference in the ball game has been the play of the bench. You know, there's the 5-point differential at the break, and that's what the benches have contributed.
Mike Bibby with only his second field goal. So the Kings with a 58-53 lead.
Go through Shaq here. Get foul trouble on Sacramento's front court.
Fox got the step. Good play by Bibby. To Christie. Here's Turkoglu.
2 plays that should have been finished. The one by Turkoglu and the one by Fox. You get in that high percentage area. You can't give those back.
O'Neal putting the move on Divac.
Kobe's getting into the lane, but not getting much out of it. He's jumping in the air to having to pass, and the Kings are reading that, anticipating it.
Turkoglu able to handle that difficult pass and drew the foul. That's 3 on Fox.
What is Rick Fox thinking in this play?
He was thinking, don't let him get a shot up. He's just pushing him the entire way.
Hedo Turkoglu and Vlade Divac in the first quarter, they combined for 0 points. In the second quarter, between the 2 of these guys, Turkoglu and Vlade, 16 total points. Terrific composure, settling down, letting the game come to them.
Turkoglu grew up in Istanbul. He says he had a poster of his favorite player, Scottie Pippen, in his bedroom. Hedo says he always loved Scottie's game. Well, Hedo's game was silent over the first 2 games of the series, opening with that 0 for 8 game 1, but has come on very strong.
I think it speaks volumes for Adelman and Turkoglu in that Adelman stuck with it. When everybody was saying, get Bobby Jackson in there, forget about Hedo, they haven't done it.
Here's a guy that just needs playing time. He got it. He got his legs underneath him. He got his confidence. Now he's really playing like the player we all knew he would be.
Good ball movement by the Lakers. Fisher down. So Derek Fisher. And a 3. Derek Fisher only 4 for 24 from 3-point land coming into tonight. Fisher picks up the foul. That's his 3rd.
The ball movement, it comes first from Shaq. The defense has to step inside, and then Kobe giving it up quickly. No hesitation by Fisher whatsoever.
This problem has been defending Bibby. Picks up another personal.
Try to get it down low. Shot clock to 6. Divac. Bibby for 3. And Mike Bibby beginning to heat up.
It's amazing what this guy did. In the first half, he just looked totally out of it. Looked fatigued, looked beaten down, worn out. Now he looks like the best player in the game.
Bryant, yes. So the Kings now lead 62-58. 3 minutes gone by in the 3rd.
Bill, that's called making a shot. You start making shots, you start feeling better.
Weber lost it. Bryant, and Divac kicks it out. Fisher. And back come the Kings.
Very nice controlled tap by Doug Christie there.
Bibby looking for the shot, and then decided to give it up. Now Bibby, 4-3. into the offense after the silent first half.
If the Lakers aren't going to fast break and run out, the Kings big men have got to go to the offensive glass.
Well, Phil Jackson is over there telling his guys, hey, we can win the game, but we can't win it in 2 minutes.
Divac called for the foul. A hold on Vlade. That's number 3.
He wants them to do just what they just did. Work the ball around. Finally find Shaq down in the low post.
Shaq just works his way right there. Keeps moving back in, moving back in. Not a whole lot Vlade can do in that situation.
And they go right back to O'Neal, who lost it. Bibby took it away.
Weber and Vlade have to run the floor. Make Shaq pay a price at the defensive end.
Christian stopped by Fox. Divac's not been able to hit that corner shot. He's had a number of opportunities.
See how they've got 2 people around Shaq, one in front, one in the back.
Bryant. Shaquille O'Neal shoving Vlade Divac. He was upset. Both Divac and O'Neal fortunate there was not a foul call.
Well, Vlade's the real one in trouble. He's got 3 fouls. Shaq only has the 1. Nice passing.
Weber, it counts, and the foul. And a beautiful look from Doug Christie. Shaquille O'Neal called for his second.
Whenever the Kings have passed the basketball, good things have happened, and they make the Lakers run out, and one more pass, and Weber, who had not scored, gets his first 2 here in the third.
Weber will go to the line, but first, a timeout taken, 7:15 remaining in the third. The Kings have a 6-point lead. Has been a magnificent season for the Sacramento Kings, 61-21, best record in the NBA, and this is a team that has shown a lot of heart through the regular season, through the playoffs. Remember, they lost Game 2 in the first round of Utah. They came back, beat the Jazz 3-1 in a very tough series. Pedro Stojakovic went down against Dallas with that sprained right ankle, and once again, the Kings able to come back, beat the Mavericks in 5. They lose Game 1 in Sacramento to the Lakers. They come roaring back, victories in Games 2 and 3. The Robert Horry game-winning shot beats them in Game 4. They come back as Mike Bibby was able to pull it out with that jumper with 8 seconds remaining. Is that your voice track that you heard, Bill?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
The voice track of the night, though, has been the Kings' style of play. Ouch. Watch your face. Chris Webber shooting 46% on the series. But the Kings have 16 assists and only 5 turnovers. Some of those turnovers have been careless for some guys trying to throw unnecessary passes.
You know, I think that the Lakers are feeling a little bit of pressure, and Phil Jackson trying to calm them down.
Well, the Kings up by 6. 5 minutes gone by in this third quarter. The Sacramento Kings trying to close out this series here in Los Angeles. They have won 5 of 6 on the road in the postseason. They've won 17 of the last 20 on the road dating back to the regular season. Shot clock running down. Here's Weber.
And you look at the difference in the shots, and even though Sacramento is not shooting the ball well, they're getting wide open opportunities. So the Lakers have got to get better shots for Kobe and Shaq, and Kobe has not been able to reignite since that first quarter.
Shot clock down to 5.
He wants this.
O'Neal, yes. Shaquille O'Neal going right at Vlade Divac, who's playing with the 3 fouls.
If you're the Lakers, just keep pounding it inside. One of these times, they'll call that 4th one on Vlade. The game could turn on that.
Oh, what a move by Bibby, who has turned it in the second half. He now has 14 points in all.
He's like most good scorers. He knows that there's 2 halves to a game.
And a hacking foul. It's on Christie. That's his first. Doug Christie fouled out of game number 5.
The footwork, the balance, the determination, the poise, the decision-making, all on display. Just keep coming. When they finally break down, then he delivered a nice soft touch.
Fox able to spin away. Rick Fox going glass against Hito Turgelos. So the Kings lead by 4.
I think that this game has more tension in it than Game 5 because the Lakers are facing elimination. You can almost see it in their play. They played freer in Game 5 in Sacramento.
Look very tentative at the offensive end.
Nice passing.
Another behind-the-back pass, but Bibby had nowhere to go.
He was looking for a call, and he thought that he got bodied out of bounds, and his body language said, man, give me a break at some point. Give me a call against this shit.
It's not going to be about calls, Steve. It's going to be about who's the best player.
I think calls go in there somewhere.
Gives it back. As does Fisher. Shot blocked out of foul. They're having trouble locating a shot. And they got bailed out. A foul on Turner.
A lot of hesitation on the Laker perimeter players on the offensive end. Shaq is steamrolling. You get it to him early, but where are the back cuts? Where are the execution of the screens away from the ball? Something you normally associate with Los Angeles. It's just not there.
Look at that scoreboard. You'll understand why the hesitation. They have 16 minutes left in their season.
Good effort by Christie, but it was deflected out of bounds. The Kings now have 4 team fouls. Lakers have 3 with just under 5 minutes remaining in this third quarter. They get it into Shaq, draws the double, and
Sacramento's strategy here. Make Shaq work to score without fouling him. The other guys will be out of the offensive rhythm and sync. Then you got a chance if you play the team game at this end.
oh, Bibby able to split his way through. Rebounded by Fox. Here comes Fisher. Lines it up. That's 66. Back come the Kings. Got a fast break. The Lakers. Here's Bibby. The 3. Yes!
To get knocked to the ground and no foul called on that penetration and then come right back and throw that dagger. Bibby's up the court, getting into it with the crowd. Uncalled for there.
Sacramento by 3. Fox turned back by Weber. Gets a 2-on-1. Right back. Christie. Christie and Mike Bibby succeeding with the 2-on-1, and Phil Jackson wants to talk it over.
What competitive response by Sacramento. They're going to the hoop time and time again. They're getting knocked to the floor. The whistles are in the pockets of the referees, but the shots are going down for Sacramento, and Phil Jackson very concerned. Confusion reigning here, but when you can throw this one down, not a lot the defense can do about it.
But it's been Sacramento that answered Bibby and Doug Christie, so they scored 5 in a row.
Basically has a throwaway game, not a throwaway game, but they have nothing riding on the game other than the opportunity to close it out, and so they can play free and easy.
He says what he wants to say, but I think if he was in our shoes, I don't think he'd be telling his team it was a throwaway game. If that was, we should have stayed home and rested 2 more days and waited for them on Sunday.
Well, the Kings clearly not treating tonight like a throwaway game.
Absolutely not, but Phil Jackson is the psychological master of tormenting the opposition. So many times in years past, the opponents have got into it and they've gone away from their games. The Kings have consistently kept the Lakers off balance with their play on the court. Give the credit to Rick Adelman.
And the Kings continue to show tremendous poise. Bryant coming up short. Lakers were able to tie the game, and the Kings come right back with 5 unanswered.
And with Bibby having a 10-point quarter here, the Kings have taken twice as many free throws as the Lakers, so that's a very good sign for Sacramento.
Nice ball movement. Weber off the fake. Rebounded by Weber. Able to save it. Turkoglu for 3. Ball foul called on Vlade Divac. That is number 4 on Vlade.
That's the one that Turkoglu needs to come out. You got your power forward on the floor. Pollard in for Vlade Divac, as Rick Adelman can only ponder the possibilities.
Sacramento now over the foul limit.
Well, Shaq had great inside position, and Vlade was trying to tip that ball away from him. And Shaq, a little bit off balance, but got the call to go in his favor. He's been making free throws tonight, so let's see how the second half goes.
is 3 of 3 at the line. Reminder, tomorrow at 3 Eastern, the French Open returns to NBC for American Andre Agassi. A French Open victory in 1999 made him only the 5th male player in the history of tennis to complete the career Grand Slam. It will be his year to win it all again on that famed red clay. The French Open returning to NBC tomorrow at 3 Eastern. This crowd is back into it. Lakers have hit all 10 of their free throw attempts. Shaq has been on fire from the line. It's a 3-point game. Fisher knocked it away. Here comes Brown. And the foul. So Kobe headed to the line, looking to tie the game. It's number 4 on Pollard.
It starts at that end, but that was clearly a foul against Fisher that did not get called and busted into this play for Kobe Bryant. And they're saying, now we don't get the call at this end of the floor. How can you make this call right here as Kobe squeezes in between?
And where was that foul as compared to the rake across the arm on Mike Bibby?
The game is tied at 71, just under 3 remaining in the third.
This will be a huge test for Bibby.
Peja Stojakovic, who just checked back in, able to hit once again. He's 4 for 6 from the field. He has 10 points and has provided a big lift for the Kings, who lead now by 2. Bryant putting the move on Christie. Bryant not able to hit. Battle for that loose ball and deflected out of bounds by Kobe Bryant.
Scott Pollard has got to do as much as he can. Pound the board, set screens. Now, right now, have Pollard set screens on Rick Fox. Peja Stojakovic got a nice stroke. Tried to milk that. He made his last one come right back to him.
And the guy you set the screen for should be Mike Bibby. Get him going again because he's now looking in the direction of the official.
Weber able to save it. Shot clock down to 5. Stojakovic back to Weber. Down to 1. Stojakovic gets it off the 3. Did not make contact with the rim. It's a 24-second violation.
Bibby is having a great quarter, and you can't let the officials take his confidence away. He's got to remain aggressive. You said it in the first half. He's got to be the guy to push the attack. Then you take him out of the game, it's a different Kings team. And you know where they're going here. They're going to be looking to go to Shaq.
Oh, and the foul is called as both Pollard and Weber made the move on O'Neal. So Shaq to the line. Stojakovic also involved, and they call it on Stojakovic.
The repost here. Shaq moving his feet beautifully. Everybody coming in, hacking down. Here's a guy, Shaq, who averages 11 free throw attempts a game. The last game, he just took 1 career low as a Laker in the playoffs.
How about the Lakers? 12 for 12 from the line, and Shaq 6 for 6.
They're behind.
You know, he's leading the way, but, you know, whenever Pollard comes in, Shaq gets single coverage, and he goes crazy.
McNeil has that stroke down on the foul line. The game is tied at 73, a minute 35 remaining in this third quarter. This crowd on its feet here at Staples. Now the Sacramento Kings have continued to come back, and a foul is called. It's a blocking foul on Fisher. That is number 4.
The Laker bench up in arms. Wanted a traveling violation initially on Bibby. Then when he comes in, lunges right in here. That's a hard one to call a defensive foul on. Look and see where his foot is. No, his foot is inside of Derek Fisher's feet. That's an offensive foul. I'm sorry.
Slava Medvedenko is back on the floor defending on Chris Weber. Bryant spinning on Weber. Bryant with the pull-up. Yes! The Lakers lead 75-73 as we approach 1 minute remaining in this third quarter. The Lakers trying to stay alive in this Western Conference Final. Weber coming up short. Weber with the follow. Chris Weber with 18 points, and the game is tied at 75.
Weber and Bibby have to calm their team down.
Fox for 3.
That's the thing that Jackson didn't want. guys, we can't come down there jacking up all of these deep shots when we got Shaq inside and we got to go through. Shaq and Kobe playing well here for the first time in this ball game.
Come to Weber in the low post here. There is no way on earth that Slava Medvedenko can get him out of what he wants.
Lindsey Hunter has checked in, replacing Darren Fisher. Stojakovic from way downtown. Medvedenko on the rebound with a half minute remaining in this third quarter. Are they going to go 2 for 1? Medvedenko gives it Pollard. O'Neal keeps it alive. They have the full shot clock. They can play it out. You saw Fox look back at the bench.
Pollard is trying to draw offensive fouls rather than playing defense. That won't get it done.
Bryant being played tightly by Christie with 10 seconds to go. Bryant with the spin gets it to Fox. And a bad pass picked off by Pollard with time running out. Christie, can he get it off? He does. A thrilling third quarter here at Staples. Shaquille O'Neal with 29 points in all. Kobe Bryant with 20. How about Chris Webber? 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. As we head to the fourth, it's the Lakers and the Kings tied at 75. We'll be back after this from your local station. Jackson's teams have faced playoff elimination on 6 occasions. 5 with the Chicago Bulls. The last time that a Phil Jackson team was eliminated from the postseason 7 years ago by Orlando, by Shaquille O'Neal and the Magic in the second round.
Yeah, and that was the return of Michael Jordan in 95. But since then, he has been very good. 98, Jordan again, and then Shaquille O'Neal carried him a couple of times in 2000. But Jackson right now has to get his team to win the fourth quarter. This game is eerie. Think about Game 5, 74-73 at the end of 3, the Lakers by 1. It is tied at 75 tonight.
Phil Jackson now has got to worry about the double little guards of Bobby Jackson, who was very, very good in the first half. This is his first action here in the second. We'll see if he's able to maintain that heat.
Bobby Jackson plagued by an ankle problem for several games this series. And a foul, an offensive foul. So the Kings will give it back. It's on Pollard away from the ball, sending an illegal pick. So the Lakers will take over.
Well, the Kings are going to have to play through the tough officiating, and they're going to have to find a way to win. They are shooting 40%, and they're tied. The Lakers having their best offensive game, 47%, and they're having to play catch-up.
Pollard remaining on O'Neal. Rick Adelman trying to buy some time. Vlade Divac had a foul. Scott Pollard with number 6. So Pollard is fouled out. And here comes Vlade Divac, who has 4.
Shaq on the move. Wearing Scott Pollard out. Scott's already bailing out on the play. That's not a foul. I'm sorry.
But you know one of the problems that Pollard gets himself into? He always puts his arms up.
He puts it up too soon.
Yeah, and that's always going to get the call against him.
If you put those arms up too soon, the referees realize that you've already bailed out and given up on the play.
Shaquille O'Neal, 8 for 8 at the line, which is amazing shooting for Shaq at the foul line. 61% during the postseason coming into tonight. 9 for 9, which equals his best ever performance in the playoffs. He had a 9 for 9 Game 4 against Portland in 2000. So the Lakers up by 2. Divac continues to struggle with that corner shot.
They're getting good shots, Sacramento. Stojakovic, Vlade.
Here's Devin George. Devin George has not been able to hit.
Who's going to settle this Sacramento team down? Who's going to say, we are a better team than Los Angeles, and that's why we're going to win?
Well, they've answered every single response. Stojakovic traveled. I mean, he stepped out of bounds.
Stojakovic going deep along the baseline. Stepped out as indicated by the official, Bob Delaney. Suddenly things turning in favor of the Lakers.
But And saying all that, Marv, the Lakers have not run away from this team.
O'Neal, yes. 43 for Shaquille O'Neal, and the Lakers lead 79-75.
Nobody is hot offensively for Sacramento.
Rejected by O'Neal, handling it like a dog, finding Hunter. Drives to his foul.
Shaq just telling his team, let's go, and he is doing it all right now. Down in the low post, Vlade now getting up the position too deep.
Setting a tempo and a pace that no one can match. Shaq just wearing everybody down. Vlade tries, but just not quick enough on the release. Shaq able to recover enough to block it and keep it in play, ignite the fast break. Yikes. Make a free throw, Devin George, please.
68% free throw shooter, and that's the first missed foul shot for the Lakers. They hit their previous 15.
Well, Shaq said he was ready for the challenge to see if he can bring the rest of his Lakers. It's still a tight game.
Lakers by 5. A minute 40 gone by in this fourth quarter. Lakers trying to stay alive and bring it to a Game 7 in Sacramento on Sunday. Sacramento trying to wrap it up here tonight. And Chris Webber able to drill it. 20 points for Webber, who's had an outstanding all-around ball game.
Same spot on the floor as Game 3. Lakers were coming back with a big rush, and they're calling a 3-second violation. And the Sacramento Kings breathe a huge sigh of relief. Vlade Divac with 4 fouls.
Did you see Phil Jackson biting his mouth?
Now Webber played by Ori as they isolate. Webber goes behind the back to Stojakovic, who's fouled by George.
The Wilt Chamberlain wraparound to the cutter down the lane. Chris Webber, the competitive greatness, the response in the face of incredible adversity and intensity raining down on him, and then this behind-the-back pass.
Marv, you think he's going to say something about a commentator again, about the competitive response? He seems to be answering the call.
Yes, he has. Chris Webber with 9 rebounds, 7 assists, plus a shot at our colleague at halftime in his talk with Jim Gray. An unfair shot, I must say. You're entitled to your opinion.
Let it go, Marv. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right, Marv.
It's out there. Lakers up.
We got a game, Marv. Let's go.
O'Neal draws the double. Shot clock down to 7. Hunter for 3. Way off. And back comes Jackson. Bobby Jackson accelerates. Oh, what a move by Jackson. He has 8 points, and the Kings are back within 1.
This is what Sacramento needs. Somebody who's going to play great down the stretch. They're not going to luck into a victory in this game or the series. They're going to have to take it at the Lakers and say, we're a better team.
Bryant, yes. Kobe Bryant with 22 points. Lakers lead 82-79.
If the Lakers are going to win, it's going to be Shaq and Kobe that get it done.
The crossover by Billy to beat Hunter.
And Shaq is having to guard Vlade and Webber out of that high post, and that's opening up plays, not only in transition, but also in the set offense. Beautiful attack by the little point guards, Bibby and Jackson.
Bibby has 12 of his 19 in the second half, following a 1 for 8 in the first half. O'Neal coming up short, and a foul. The late whistle, but Divac is hit with his 5th. And that prompts an ovation from this crowd. Scott Pollard fouled out a moment ago. Vlade Divac has picked up number 5. Beautiful move by Bobby Jackson. And then Kobe Bryant putting the move on Bobby Jackson.
All by himself, Kobe Bryant is rising up above the crowd, knocking it down, and then Bibby with the floor spread just freezes Lindsey Hunter. Timeout on the court.
This is a game.
Said that, anybody that's won 2 or 3 championships has won them in different ways as you look at the foul problem, but there's something very familiar about Shaq's attitude tonight. Coming across the middle, he gets number 6 against Scott Pollard, and then he will pick up number 5. One of the problems is they are letting Shaq begin his move and then reacting to it, and the whistle's going against him. They're all throwing their hands in the direction of the officials, and in comes a baby. Blunder for Thunderbird.
Shaq is wearing him out. But if the officials would keep an eye on the footwork of the big guy, I think that's a traveling violation, that last move, where you come across the lane and get into one move and then take your 1.5 steps and then stop and then go in the other direction, and they don't call traveling. What's a defender to do?
Well, now he has made that same move all night long, and you were saying it was great footwork
that's
and
not
the
true.
dunk. Let's see how he does on the free throw.
Well, Shaquille is 9 for 9 at the line. And as you mentioned, Lawrence Funderburk, 5-year man out of Ohio State, has come on to buy some time for Vlade Divac, who just picked up number 5. That's an all-time playoff best for Shaq, 10 for 10 at the foul line. Funderburk playing only his 5th game of the postseason, only the 2nd appearance in this series, and has played limited minutes. And Shaq finally mixes up the line and handles the Bobcat. The Lakers up 83-81 with 8:20 remaining in the 4th. Here's O'Neal going at Weber. Will not count. Offensive foul. Shaq collects his 3rd.
You mentioned bide your time when Thunderbird came in. I think that would be a mistake for Sacramento. They've got to attack. This is not about holding on. They're already behind 2. They got their big guys in desperate foul situation. Somebody's got to get hot and assertive on the offensive end and take it right at the Lakers.
This is Thunderbird being played by Horry. Weber. And Bryant able to sky for that rebound.
Well, they missed Shaq. He was out in front of everybody.
Ryan Shaw in the backcourt with Kobe Bryant. Here's Shaw into the start.
Well, that was the right move. The middle open.
Oh, Bobby Jackson with a beautiful ball. And that lost control. It was knocked out of bounds by the Lakers.
His body's flying everywhere. How long is Bibby going to be on that bench? What point do you bring Vlade back with 5 fouls?
Well, Bibby just went out, and you've got to save Vlade until at least you're around the 4-minute mark because you don't want to lose him now. That means Weber's going to be in double jeopardy trying to defend with Thunderbird against Shaq.
And Weber is playing with 3 fouls. Jackson guarded by Shaw. Weber sets the pick. Jackson. Good play by Bryant. Oh, looks by Jackson. And the foul.
But a classic example of Peja Stojakovic just not having his game legs. Coming back from the sprained ankle. The long jumper from the perimeter. Peja Stojakovic, this is his ball. He just goes softly forward. Kobe Bryant moving at just a quicker pace, and Bobby Jackson forced to grab him.
And it's called a breakaway foul.
Yeah, he was ahead of Jackson and everybody else, and that's why he's at the line. But that had nothing to do with jumping, Bill. Stojakovic just had to go get it.
So Bryant able to hit the free throw, and the Lakers have possession. Rick Fox is back, coming on for Devin George. Phil Jackson now has O'Neal, Horry, and Fox on the front line. Bryant and Shaw in the backcourt.
They got Thunderbird guarding Shaq. Get him the ball early in the shot clock. Make the defense collapse. You get wide open looks from the perimeter.
Well, I think if the Lakers are going to break this game,
Kobe Bryant with 25, and the Lakers now lead 86-81. Chris Weber has 22 points, and the Laker lead is now 3.
With Shaq guarding Weber, give the ball to Weber every time. Let the other guys take advantage of their mismatches and their superiority over the rest of the Lakers.
But if the Lakers are going to break it open, they have to do it here in the next 2 minutes of play. It's still a tight game.
O'Neal. At Funderburk, 36 to Shaquille O'Neal. Lakers with a 5-point advantage. Jackson Jackson able to split his way through.
There's no backline defense because Shaq is out at the free throw line, preoccupied with Chris Webber.
88-85, Lakers. And a foul. Touch foul called on Thunderbird. Kings over the foul limit.
The Lakers' biggest lead in this half been 5, and every time they get to 5, the Jackson or somebody comes back with the score. Thunderbird gives this one up to Shaq.
What a display of skill, talent, execution, and the footwork. Bobby Jackson splits the defense once again. Those are two good guys, and he just torches them.
During their 2 championship runs, the Los Angeles Lakers have had many memorable moments. The Kobe to Shaq lob in Game 7 against the Blazers 2 years ago. And then there was Game 4 of the 2000 finals. Kobe Bryant took over the game in overtime after returning from that ankle injury. Robert Horry's dagger from the corner, Game 3 of last year's finals. And of course, Game 4 of this series, Horry's game-winning buzzer beater that evened the series at 2. Will there be a defining moment here tonight for either the Lakers or Sacramento? 6:21 to go in the fourth. Lakers up by 3 as Shaq heads back to the line. Let's check in with Jim Gray.
Right during that timeout, Phil Jackson told his guys, we're going to ride Shaquille O'Neal until he goes to sleep tonight. Keep throwing him the ball every time down the court. In addition, defensively, as Shaq misses the free throw, only a second miss tonight, defensively, he wants the guards to stop the penetration. Stop the guys in front of you. Do not let them get in the lane, make easy passes. Marv?
Shaq now 10 of 12 from the line. He had missed 2 in a row after hitting 10 straight. Lakers lead 89-85, coming up on 6 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Bibby back on the floor using the pick. And Bryant in possession. So Phil Jackson staying with the backcourt of Shaw and Bronny as Fox, Horry, and O'Neal up front. And Lonnie Divac getting set to check back in. He'll play with 5. Here's O'Neal. Jackson, played by Bryant. Webber. Thunderbird. And he draws the foul.
Terrific idea by Thunderbird there. Shaq has just been cruising on defense here and hasn't had to guard anybody. Just get the ball and explode immediately. No hesitation whatsoever.
The reason that Shaw is remaining in the game is Jackson's plan is to throw the ball to Shaq. Shaw will throw it to him. You know, Fisher, he's thinking about shooting. Hunter's thinking about shooting.
Adelman has come back with the starting lineup. He's going to ride this group. They got him here. Now he's saying, get us to the championship.
Hito Turkoglu also checks back in. Shot clock down to 4. Webber with the tip. 24 points for Chris Webber. The Laker lead is down to 2.
What a game by Chris Webber, including 11 boards, 7 assists. Fabulous in the post, making them pay where they cannot guard him.
Christie is wearing Kobe like a glove, and they want to go through him or Shaq.
Horry for 3. Once again, Robert Horry not looking for his shot tonight. That was only his 5th attempt. Webber has to give it back.
Come back to Webber in the post. He got Fox on him. No way that Fox can slow down Chris Webber.
Horry over to Helms. Webber with a beautiful pass to Johnson. The foul. What a play by Webber. Assist number 8, and Divac will go to the line looking for a 3-point play. The game is tied at 89.
Every time you think the Lakers might be able to steal enough to get comfortable, Webber brings them back and another spin and a play for Vlade, and they have a chance to, guess what, take the lead.
On-court leadership. Chris Webber calling for that ball in the low post, identifying the mismatch, draw the double team, and then lay it off. Make your teammates the stars.
3-point play for Vlade Divac. The Kings recapture the lead. They're up by 1.
Fisher's back in.
O'Neal. And a foul call. Shaquille O'Neal heads back to the line. Foul is on Weber. That's number 4.
Vlade caught a break there because everybody was thinking Vlade was gone, and they find the man with the headband and say slapped him upside the head. Shaq spinning in, and Weber does get him right on the noggin.
O'Neal, 11 of 13 at the line. He hit his first 10. This is a guy who shot 56% from the foul line during the regular season. He's raised it up in the playoffs and has really come on. Had that 6 out of 6 in the fourth quarter back in game 4. Try to tie it. And
Probably a little bit of fatigue starting to set in on Shaq on the free throw.
What kind of offense is Sacramento going to be able to execute here against a dug-in and terrific Laker defense?
Billy beating Fisher off the dribble. The tip missed by Divac.
That looked like pretty good offense by Bibby. He went right down the lane and nobody touched him.
And you wonder if Phil Jackson will switch Kobe Bryant eventually onto Mike Bibby. Bryant lost it. What a play by Christie. Here's Bibby with Fisher trying to cut him off. Bibby, so elusive, has given Sacramento a 2-point lead.
Derek Fisher is reliably outstanding. He's not getting it done. Phil Jackson might want to come with Brian Shaw here instead of Derek Fisher.
Now, there are only 2 guys that can play, and maybe Robert Horry, as the rest of the Lakers are now starting to stand and feel a little tension.
They can't get the ball to Shaq, and now there's only 5 on the clock.
Now they do get it to Shaquille. Nice play by Divac. The basket will not count. Divac's able to tie up Shaquille O'Neal.
Sacramento's defense has come alive here. Shaq has the great position. That is just a terrific play by Vlade Divac.
That's a great reaction because he was beat on the plate. He gambled and was able to get back as Shaq showed the ball.
What a play that was when you consider Vlade is playing with 5 personal fouls. And toss, but the Kings control. Sacramento by 2. As we come up on 3 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Sacramento trying to wrap it up, close it out in 6. Lakers hoping to take it back to Sacramento for Game 7. Weber called for the offensive foul. That's number 5 on Weber.
And this is a terrible call. Chris Webber has this all the way. Look at his feet. His feet are outside of Robert Horry's.
5 apiece on Weber. Take a timeout. 3:07 remaining in the fourth. The Kings are up by 2.
The defense by Doug Christie poking the ball, and he doesn't even look. Bibby has to extend early. The defense in transition not good enough for Los Angeles.
It's the 3rd straight scoring game in this series. Sacramento up by 2. See the foul run down. Doc Pollard is fouled out. 5 apiece on Vlade Divac, Chris Webber. Derek Fisher with 4. 3:07 remaining in the fourth quarter. Sacramento with 3 timeouts left, 2 and a 20. Lakers have 1 and a 20. Earlier today, the New Jersey Nets defeated the Boston Celtics up in Boston, 96-88. Another triple-double for Jason Kidd. The Nets now waiting in the wings as they make their first trip to the NBA Finals, waiting for the winner of this series. Horry thought he was fouled, and now Bob Delaney with the whistle, and the foul is called on Divac. That is number 6.
Greg Adelman is beyond belief.
But Horry was fouled on that first play by Chris Webber. When he brought that ball across, he rakes his arm, and there's no call as he's got that arm, and he pulls the ball off of him. Now he's going to go to the ground, and he's long gone. And here comes Vlade, taking a huge risk, trying to make a save.
Sacramento in the penalty. Lakers have 1 foul to give, so the Lakers are headed to the line, and Vlade Divac has fouled out. 31 minutes 12 points, 12 rebounds.
But say what you will about the whistles, Bill. You look at Sacramento, 42%. And the Lakers 46. They cannot put this team away. The resolve of Sacramento is every bit as big as the Lakers.
The team that has shot the most free throws has won every game. Early on in this game, it was 2-1 in favor of Sacramento. That has changed dramatically as now LA has taken 25 free throws to only 19 for Sacramento.
Robert Horry is 78% free throw shooter. He's on the line for the first time tonight. So the game is tied at 92 with just under 3 remaining in the fourth.
While Sacramento needs offense, Adelman comes with Thunderbird. But he's got to keep Weber off of Shaq as Weber has 5 fouls himself.
And Phil Jackson staying with Derek Fisher on Mike Bibby. Christie's pass deflected. Last touch by the Lakers. Kings have 7 on the shot clock.
I don't think that the Kings' problem is offense. It's just ball movement, player movement. When they do it, they get hoops.
Out of 5 on the 24. And a foul on Bryant. So Kobe Bryant switching off to Mike Bibby. And the Lakers can afford to go with Kobe down the stretch against Bibby. That is only his 3rd foul.
Yeah, you know, he got those too early, but it clearly a reach across, and Bibby gets the call.
Next foul puts the Lakers over the limit. Weber looking to go on Horry. Coming up short. Game tied at 92. 2:20 remaining in the fourth. O'Neal had it knocked away and he's hit from behind by Thunderbird.
See, now you don't have anybody that can keep Shaq from getting that deep position. He's running right down the middle of the floor.
He just wears you down over the course of 7 games. And that's why so few people believe that you ever have a chance to beat this guy. He's so tough, so strong, so overpowering, and just never stops working to get that deep position. People on his back are going to foul him every time.
Well, Shaq now 12 for 16. He hit his first 10, but he has been shaky since then.
Yeah, Bill, they're fighting staying alive here. This is not domination by Shaq. This is desperation.
Lakers take a 1-point lead as we come up on 2 minutes remaining in the fourth. Now Fisher back on Bibby. Finding Thunderbird, and he is fouled by O'Neal. That's 4 on Shaquille O'Neal.
And Adelman's up off the bench again.
Now, he wanted a flagrant. That's what he wanted. You see him coming across here, and he's going to want a flagrant and 1 as Shaq levels Thunderbird. Shaq going for the ball, came right through Thunderbird.
Thunderbird only a 61% free throw shooter and has tied the game. Lawrence Thunderbird played in Europe for 3 years, in France, Greece, MVP of the French Professional League back in 97, a teammate of Pedro Stojakovic in Greece in his 5th NBA season from Ohio State. He's given the Kings a 1-point lead.
Thunderbird, a solid character guy who all he asks for is a chance. He's got the chance of a lifetime right now.
Here's Bryant putting the ball on Christie, rejected and fouled.
Mike Bibby can't believe it. Mike Bibby just went to the ground and said, what is happening here?
Foul on Christie. His second. The crowd was looking for a foul to be called on Weber, which would be number 6.
Oh, Weber has a great block on this ball. I'm not sure where any foul is other than Kobe jumping into defenders who are backing up.
Christie opened up the baseline, and now he's riding Kobe the entire way. Once he goes in the air, that call is not going to go in favor of Doug Christie.
Bryant 6 for 6 at the line, 26 points, 11 rebounds for Kobe. Lakers take a 1-point lead with just under 2 remaining in the fourth. Bibby played by Fisher. Turkoglu looking to shake off Fox. Fox with the rebound and foul. Not a good foul by Thunderbird. That'll put Fox at the line.
his momentum just carried him right into an already stationary and man in possession of the ball here.
Rick Fox at 82%. Free throw shooter will go to the line for the first time tonight.
A couple of hustle plays are making the difference in trying to get the Lakers some separation. 1 point in this game, in this series, is enough to get your heart broken. That's all it is.
Remaining in the fourth. Lakers looking to extend to a 7th and final game of this Western Conference Final. They want to go back to Sacramento for Game 7. The Kings looking to close it out here tonight at Staples. Bibby has the baseline cut off and is fouled by Fisher.
That has been an impossible cover for Derek Fisher. Mike Bibby can change direction, change pace, and then he can pull up and pop right in front of you. And Fisher's caught reaching in, and there's no way that he's going to be able to keep Bibby from getting to the line.
Bibby 5 for 6 from the line, an 80% free throw shooter. That was number 5 on Fisher.
Yeah, and tonight, Bibby is shooting them good.
The Lakers are in the penalty. The Kings are within 1 point.
If you're the Lakers, Shaq, right away in the shot clock. They got Webber on him, and Webber's got 5 fouls. Make the Kings pay for that decision.
Now Fox down on the post. Fox is fouled by Turkoglu. So Rick Fox heads back to the line.
That was an interesting call. The guy said we're going to ride Shaq. Did that guy look like Shaq? They go into him in the low post, and Turkoglu picks up the foul. But I think he just surprised the defense of Turkoglu. He wasn't expecting. He's reaching. He's trying to slap the ball away, and Fox back at the line.
Fox 3 for 3 from the line. Now Brian Shaw getting set to check back in to replace Derek Fisher, who has the 5 fouls.
Well, he came in and told Kobe, you got him. You got number 10.
And I don't think there's any question about that tonight. There was a question in Game 5. Timeout called by Rick Adelman with a minute 15 remaining in this fourth quarter. Tense moments for the Lakers here at Staples. Try to hold on to this lead. They're up by 3. It has been a huge game for Shaquille O'Neal. 39 points, 16 rebounds. He had been struggling in the fourth quarters of this series, only 4 for 17 overall. But tonight, 10 of his 39 have come here on the floor.
From the outset, Shaq told the world how this game was going to be played. Shaq and Kobe between them have 66 points. That's like last year when they averaged 68 points in the sweep of Sacramento. And with the Lakers riding 21 free throw attempts in the fourth quarter alone, they've got control with 1:15 to go.
Both teams are over the foul limit. 3-point Laker lead. Webber moving on. Ori goes to the jump hook. 26 points for Chris Webber. And the Kings are within 1. Down to 1 minute remaining of the fourth. O'Neal now guarded by Webber with some help. Shaq with the spin to the reverse. The Lakers all won. The Kings 98, 41 points for Shaquille O'Neal. Bibby being chased by Bryant. Rebounded by O'Neal. Down to 35 seconds in the fourth. Lakers up by 3. O'Neal. Glass came up short. A 2-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. How do they call it? Walking foul on Fox.
Chris Webber in the low post. Deliver. Ori working him up that lane. Chris Webber beats him while Ori is exhaling, while he's trying to recover. Then Shaq along that baseline the extension underneath, the balance, the decision-making.
Fox was trying to get what he thought was going to be the game-winning play when he flies.
Turgolo now 4 for 5 from the line, a 73% free throw shooter. Here's Bobby Jackson, who's had some big moments coming on for Chris Webber. This will be an offensive, defensive shuffle. Webber has the 5 fouls. 20 and 6/10 seconds remaining in the fourth. It's a 2-point Laker lead.
If you're the Lakers, you got to be ready to rebound the ball.
In Sacramento, if this ball goes in, if the Lakers get position, they have to foul immediately. And that's why they took Webber out, because he's the one who cannot foul.
Clutch free throw shooting by Turgolo. 1 point, Laker lead. And Bryant is immediately fouled by Jackson. Kobe Bryant 7 for 7 from the line, an 83% free throw shooter.
I don't think he had to foul immediately. Let them come up the floor and see what they can do, and maybe try to make a steal on the ball before you put Kobe on the line. If they make it, you're again in the hole by 3.
But Steve, you're underneath 24. There's no shot clock in effect anymore. They don't have to shoot.
But the strategy is still going to be the same. At what point do you take it? Once they start dribbling, you might be able to steal it.
19 and 8/10 seconds in the fourth. We have seen some excellent free throw shooting here in the fourth quarter by both teams. So the Lakers lead 102-100. Chris Webber checks back in. 28 points for Bryant. Lakers by 3. Sacramento will talk it over. Been a series of dramatic game-winning shots. We flash back to Game 4. It's Robert Horry at the buzzer for 3 and the win. And then Game 5 off the beautiful screen set by Chris Webber. Mike Bibby with 8 seconds to go, winning it for Sacramento to take the 3-2 lead. Now Sacramento has 1 timeout remaining at 20. Lakers have a full and a 20.
Sacramento's out of timeouts. They just used their last one.
If the Kings run it down here, then the Lakers want to take a foul down the stretch to keep from getting that desperation 3 that would tie it.
Correction on Sacramento. They do have a 20. On this play, if you're Sacramento, you want a quick-hitting play. You don't want to use a lot of time. You want to put the pressure on the Laker defense. So now if you score, you want to get a 2-point field goal. Don't come out looking for a 3, because if you miss it, you're going to have to foul to stay in it.
Our clever play by Horry. Good play by Horry to break it up. Knocks it out of bounds. And we're down to 16 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
They've taken Shaq out. The Lakers are playing to defend the 3-point shot.
Turgolo taking it to the rim. And it's a 1-point game. So, Turgolo is able to hit on the drive. And here's Christie on the foul once again. Kobe Bryant will go to the line.
Kobe Bryant ran over Mike Bibby to get that ball.
And Mike shake it up.
The Kings did the right thing. They attacked the rim to get the score to make it a 1-point game. And then on the inbound play, Kobe Bryant comes right through Mike Bibby. And he's in front of him. And he's going to come, an elbow.
Yes.
An elbow right in the chops.
Could have been an offensive foul. A big break for the Lakers as Bibby took a shot from Bryant, who now will go to the line. He's 9 for 9 from the line. 11.8 remaining. In this fourth quarter, 1 point. Laker lead.
was a tight-looking free throw. We'll take one more look at the fourth. Bryant trying to bring that Armaquan, gets him right in the chin.
Lakers 104, Kings 102, and Bibby really shaken up. Is headed back.
Must be bleeding.
Yeah, to the Sacramento bench now.
And Dick Pavetta is saying, we got to get this thing going. You either got to call your timeout or you got to make a substitution here.
And the Lakers wondering what is going on. This, in effect, icing Kobe Bryant. Now they take the 20-second timeout. So they use their final timeout to try to gather themselves.
But, you know, Bibby is here in front. He's trying to hook, and Kobe's trying to bust through.
Trying to hook? He's standing there, Steve.
But he put his arm around his waist. Now Kobe's trying to break through, but on coming through, that's when he catches him with that elbow. Bibby was making the smart play. Let me locate. You see his arm underneath, and then he just gets handled right in the nose, and his nose is bleeding, and they made them use their last timeout. That 20-second is gone. So, Marv, is that what the fight, is that how the fighters handle it? They just jam your nose full of stuff.
That would have been a TKO in the sport of boxing.
Kobe's still got to make a big free throw here.
But the problem is now they have no chance to advance the ball. They have no chance to set a play.
Well, they just had a timeout. They can talk about what they want to do. They got 11 seconds. That's plenty of time.
Yeah, but it changes if this free throw goes down or if it misses.
Kobe now 10 for 10 from the line. Lakers by 3. No timeouts remaining. Here comes Bibby. They have to look for the 3 here. Bibby shoots the 3.
Difficult shot by Mike Bibby.
Well, you're taking a chance if you're the Lakers because you could end up with Bibby knocking it down and fouling. He's going to come up, pull up on Bryant, who just got away from him, and he's certainly capable of making that shot. Didn't make it, and so the Lakers look like they're going to live for one more day.
Kobe Bryant just went over to Mike Bibby and said, "Sorry, are you all right?" But the damage has been done.
Yeah, it's way too late for that.
I'm sure there was a lot of sincerity there.
They put a second on the clock, 2 4/10 remaining as Robert Horry misses on the first. Horry now 2 for 3 from the line.
If Horry misses this one, the Lakers should think about fouling so no desperation shots go in to tie the game with a 3. If he makes it, it's over.